Good afternoon, my friends. Welcome back to today's shave, which is brought to us by a Saturday afternoon in Columbus. This is a special edition soap by Shannon Soapery. It was made for us for the 2023 Ohio Wet Shavers. This is a Facebook group, wonderful group of guys. If you're in Ohio or Columbus area, because that's pretty much where it's based out of, great group of guys to hang out with. Anyway, had this soap made for us. I think I've shaved with it a couple of times. I don't remember though. Obviously I've used it because the puck looks like it's been loaded on, but I don't know if I featured it or not. We'll be using a Razor Rock 400. It's wet right now, and what I'm going to do, squeeze out the extra water in there. This has been blooming a little bit. I put the bloom water in my mug, and we're just gonna go to town on this. I like loading from, generally this is how I do stuff. I just load it from the puck until it looks like I've got enough soap on there. And then this soap is great, and it's got kind of a interesting look to it when it is bloomed. See how it's kind of sticky, ropey. Yeah, you can't really see, but it kind of a sticky, ropey stuff coming off the top of the puck, which tells me I got plenty of soap in there. And there's a little bit of water, that bloom water on top there, which I'll use. This is just a copper bowl I found back there in the dining room. We're just gonna whisk a little soap up, make a little lather. Our razor today is it's an old ball end tech. Wish I could tell you what year it is. Let's see. Yeah. I can't see. Oh, dang it. Just the registered U.S. Patent Office. There's no date on here. That would put this thing in probably the mid 40s. This thing was made. It's in really good shape. Very shiny. For some reason, the soap isn't lathering up. Let's put a little more water in. Let's see what happens. Worst that can happen, it'll be kind of soupy, which is kind of how I like my soaps anyway. And if it's not aesthetically pleasing, it doesn't necessarily have to be, because, well, when you're scraping it off, nobody sees it. So as long as you're pleased with the soap, and that's, if there's any advice, I have people ask me about, how do I know when the soap is right? So when it's slick enough that you like it. And what you can do, because obviously you can look at there and it's just kind of a runny mess. But if you can get it and you can feel how slick it is, or you can even put a little bit on your face and see how it feels. And I feel like it's gonna be plenty slick. It's just not lathered up for me. Maybe add a little bit more water to it. Let's see what happens. What happens, there's a band of water to product ratio that these things like to be at when and then they'll bloom like crazy, and just you get lather all over the place. Well, I'm apparently not in that range. That doesn't mean it's any less slick or any less good for a shave, so let's just go to it. I like to also, when I'm wearing a collared shirt, it's late in the day, it's about 7 o'clock. So a little late in the day for me to be shaving, but if I don't do it now, tomorrow morning, it's a big, in the morning getting ready for church and stuff, it's kind of a crowded time, so I'll do it tonight, and then tomorrow I'll be pretty clean, so. See, it's kind of soupy, but it's not It's not a picturesque lathery like you see my lathers usually. It is just not cooperating today. But it feels plenty slick. So there's no reason why it can't be used. And it smells nice. I can't identify it. My nose isn't educated. This is a Wizamet blade in here on its second use. The thing is plenty sharp. And it's given the soap, even though it's not perfectly lathered, it's given a really good slick cushion. And so, like I said, it doesn't have to look beautiful because frankly I'm scraping it off and nobody sees it except for you guys. And I know, if I know you guys, you don't care if I don't care. So see that just coming right off. No problem there. Even down here on kind of sensitive part of my neck, it's still working just fine. There's a little kind of a cowl that goes across here. And you make sure you don't, when you're doing that, don't drag the blade across your neck across here going sideways, because that's a certain way to get yourself scarred up. So that first pass is done. I know it's good. Been doing this long enough. Looked at my catalog, I got 650 some shaves. Been doing this for a spell. So let's put a little more on. Do this again. I don't know what this fragrance is, so it's kind of giving me trouble trying to figure out what aftershave I want to use. So I'll just find something I like. I got something in mind here. I'll probably just reach down the cabinet here to have a couple just reach for aftershaves. Oh, this problem with these little copper bowls, they're super lightweight, and this brush is kind of heavy, so I lay it in the bowl and it just falls over and makes a mess, which you can't see here, but there's a mess. So let's go here. Go. This is truly against the grain, going diagonally on my face like this. And it's not dragging much. I can't feel much resistance or hear anything much. Of course, that isn't saying a whole heck of a lot, because I have a little age-appropriate diminishment of my hearing. But like Beethoven, you get your face vibrating, you can tell that you're still dragging off some whiskers. That's past 2. And there is not a lot left there. You know what though, I've got a lot of soup in here still. I mean, just for giggles, drag one across the grain, just to, because you know not all your whiskers are going to go straight this way straight. Some you're going to have flyers sticking all over the place. So when you want a super close shave, often a good idea to throw a third pass in there. So that's what we're going to do. And what I'm going to do is just go from outside in. You can hear that there. I got a little whirls right here on either side. So I'll just take that off. I can tell you right now that this is one baby butt smooth shave. It's hard to beat these old tech razors. When you get a nice sharp blade in there, you get a good cushioning soap. It's hard to not get a really good shave in 2 and even better in 3 passes. And then I can't go wrong because I got Safety Cat here making sure that nothing bad can happen to me. And the alum shows maybe just a little bit of a buzz, just shows that I've really exfoliated a little bit, but there's no irritation. And we'll anoint our face with, let's go with some Thayer's lemon. How's that? I'm sorry I can't identify the scent notes of this soap, but it's wonderful, whatever it is. And this year there's going to be another one so far every year that, and I've been to this meetup every summer for the past several, there's been a soap every year just for that outing, and there's no reason to doubt that there wouldn't be one again this year. Let's use a Fougere. This is an Alpa's, where is it? It says eau de cologne on there, but this is a very, if this is an eau de cologne, it's super weak, but it makes a pretty good aftershave. So let's use a little bit of that. Can't hardly go wrong with Fougere. And you know, that doesn't match bad. That's a pretty good match for this. And I don't know how available this is anymore. This is Alpa's Fougere. Good stuff. If you can find it, see one of these laying around on the open market, or grab it. It's good stuff. So we got a really good shave today, and I'm happy you guys came to see me for it. Happy birthday to my mother-in-law. She's 85 years old. Well, Thursday. We took her to lunch today. Had a great time with her. I ate a little bit too much, had a piece of cake. Probably didn't need. That's okay. Calories is calories, and they're good for you. You wouldn't live if you didn't have calories. That's today's shave. I'm Major Rich. You'll find me at theshavingcutter.com. If you're finding me on my webpage, safetycatstudios.com. Thank you for coming, and like it anyway. Don't really have to subscribe. I just kind of like to gauge if I'm doing okay. If you guys like what I'm doing, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.